What's going on, everybody? So, quick little news. I know we just did a little budget prep thing, but if you have your preps all together, you have enough food, you have enough water, you have enough ways to defend it, you have a plan to go where you're going to go, you have plenty of training, even though there's never enough training, there's usually never enough stuff that you can get either. But if you had a chance, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. There we go. I got all that out of the way, right? So gold's down to 1740. I didn't fully look at the charts. Silver's down to 19, I think less than a quarter, 1920, something like that. Not saying to buy a little bit, but if you had additional cash and you wanted to put it somewhere, it's not a bad thing. It's just not one of the first things you're supposed to buy. You need your food, you need your water, you need all your gear, all your everything. It's like one of the last preps, everybody says. I kind of feel the same way about that. I'm pretty sure I think that's probably one of the last things. But if you wanted to stack, or if you wanted to just add one piece of silver every pay period, as long as you're still getting food or some gear or some ammo or some training of some sort, that's kind of how I do my preparedness. I'll do a bag of rice every pay period, a few cans extra every pay period, as long as I get enough overtime or something. As long as the currency's there to use. And I've been slowly stacking a little bit of silver for a long time. Every time I've ever had an issue, you can use it as like a backup emergency fund. And I've had to sell it before. I mean, we all go through ups and downs. And it's just nice to be able to buy a little bit here and there. You know, the 90% dimes, the 90% quarters, whatever it is. 50-cent pieces. Doesn't really matter. Get something, I would say. In my opinion, that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is I'm getting a little bit here and there. Not quite every pay period. I'll say once a month purchase. These kinds of things, when if we ever got put back on a gold standard, it would go just straight up. It would be crazy. You wouldn't even believe it. But it is like a store of wealth during inflation. The reason why I think it's bumping up and down is, and it usually, one more thing, it seems like it goes opposite of the real estate market. But the reason why I think it's being bumped up and down so much is because of the interest rates. Sorry, got a big old lip ring. I just had to tell you real quick. It's because of interest rates, but at the same time, the inflation issues altogether and instability, and everybody's currency's wobbly. So, I don't know, store of wealth. Not saying buy a whole bunch. I would never go out and spend like $1,000 on this stuff, because I just don't make that kind of money. If $1,000 was like $50 to me, then I would. But $50 to me, right now I could. And the price over spot, you got to remember. Price over spot, I think ours here was like $4 over spot for like generic silver. It's just because of the actual demand, and it's because they just can't get enough. It seems like. So if they can't get enough and they're getting charged extra for it, they charge you extra for it. But usually times like these, if you go to sell it and it's only $20 an ounce, they'll give you at least $2 over spot or something. So not horrible to have. It can be okay. And any gold that I do buy, when I do buy, which is a very rare, is like the little 1/10 ounce. It's a tenth. It's usually $25 over spot or something crazy, but gold swings so much. And at 1740, whatever. It doesn't really matter, because it'll pop back up to $2,000, you're up again, and I don't know. It's just, you got to do something. I always think of, how am I going to pay for my land if everything crumbles out? Because I think I'll probably ditch a house, but state of the land, I still got to be able to come up with that tax money. I know in a complete WROL situation, nobody's really going to come looking for your money for your land. So that's just one of the things I think of when I think of silver and gold, or other economies collapsing. And I forget what they said, a family could eat on average for a whole day or something like that in some countries was 1 ounce of silver. And if you have 10 ounces of silver, there's 10 more days of food that you should be able to trade for. Now that's also probably going to be after a bad scenario, and there's kind of a correction coming, or even just a currency collapse. There's always going to be somebody who's going to take the silver, take the gold. It seems like from every country I've ever seen, they'll always still accept silver and gold. So it's up to you. I'm not telling you to. I'm telling you what I do, pretty much. Trying to help out, tell you what I do. And you could just take, you get an ounce every month. 10 months go by, you could put 2 ounces in each one of your bags or something. That way you had something on you, just in case. I've seen a lot of people do, a couple $20 bills or something in their bag. But I would make sure you have food, because food is just crazy right now. I don't see it getting no better either. But if the silver and the gold maintains that value and gives you that stability, you still be able to get it. So it's kind of like a food prep / emergency prep. It does weigh quite a bit if you had a lot, and you can't eat it. Everybody says that you can't eat silver, and I know that you can't eat silver, but at the same time, it could get you food. There's a potential for it. And during a restructuring of any kind of collapse, there's always that need for commodities. So I see some people talk about even copper, but I think I'm going to carry the same weight of everything. I'd probably rather carry the silver. Maybe has more intrinsic value than the copper. Not a lot of people think of copper as, as much. It goes right back to penny for some people, or copper pipes or something. So it's not like, ooh, silver, ooh, gold, right? But not a bad thing to do. In my opinion, I should have gone today. I worked late, and they were closed. I just didn't get a chance, and I was like, I'm trying to get like 2 ounces. You can get 2 ounces of generic silver right now at 19. It'd be about $23. So, 46 bucks or something like that. That's not horrible. I've paid more. I've paid less years ago. But I remember people telling me, you're crazy for buying gold at $250 an ounce. Back then, I had $250, so I would go buy an ounce of gold at a time. But now, $17.40, even though it's come down, that's a lot more money. And just think, if you hold those for that many years, that's what you get. So let me know what you think down in the comments, and good luck no matter what you're doing. I just want the best for everybody, to be as diversified as you possibly can, and to make it through whatever the situation might be. Always ready, always prepared. Never worried, never scared. Always survive. Survival no matter what, right? That's the name of the game. Now we just gotta do it. Good luck. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.